This is another episode of Talks with Tyler ISD, a podcast about the passionate people who have a heart for students. Welcome to another episode of Talks with Tyler ISD. I'm your host, Jennifer Hines, and joining us today is Kimberly Simmons, who is the new principal at Caldwell Arts Academy. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, you're not new to the principalship. You've actually been at Dixie for the last 5 years. Tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe something that others may not know about you.
Okay. Well, I'm going into my 15th year. My husband, Justin, is also a principal. He's the principal at Boulter Middle School.
Y'all are busy.
And we have two little ones. Kyler is actually a student at Caldwell. She's going into the 5th grade there. And then we have a 6-year-old son who will be entering 1st grade at Bell.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Well, and of course, your daughter, she was already at Caldwell.
Yes.
What does she think about mom coming over to be the principal?
She's really excited. Like, she's already playing out our matching outfits, and I've experienced it as a parent, and it's been really good. So she is just ready for mommy to be able to travel with her to school every morning. You know, funny thing, she's like, oh, maybe we can have, Pizza Hut or McDonald's for lunch. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Mommy will be there, but we're going to be on our regular routine.
Oh, I love that. Well, tell us a little bit about your leadership style. I mean, obviously, you've served as a principal before. You're now going from elementary to K-8. Mm-hmm. What are you thinking in terms of how that transition is going to go?
Yeah. Well, I actually started my career in middle school, so I'm very excited. I taught middle school.
Okay.
I was in middle school for 7 years, so
coming back,
I'm very excited to get back to that age group. But being a principal now of a K through 8 school will be new. Obviously, I'm more of a servant leader. I like to say I am always trying to make connections with my staff and my students. I feel like building trust is important, and we have to do that first so that we can get to the good stuff and the good work and move towards instruction.
And what about parents, building those relationships? Yeah. You just said you've already experienced it as a parent, so you kind of have that lens already.
Right. Being visible, I mean, obviously Caldwell has tons of productions, tons of shows, and I plan on being at all of them. Just introducing myself and speaking with the parents to make sure they know who I am and they get a sense of my leadership, because they're leaving their precious babies with me most of the day. So I want to make sure that I build that same trust with them as I do with the students and the staff.
Well, tell us a little bit about your goals for Caldwell this year. Caldwell, you're getting it from great hands. Yes. It's an amazing school. What are you wanting to do?
I am wanting to sustain the greatness that Dr. Markle left me. I mean, he has really grown the campus to what it is today. I'm there as first year to learn all of the great things behind the scenes, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I was a parent, and I got to see some of the magic, but just seeing how they do it all, just making sure that I'm a part of the planning, and we want to continue to push Caldwell forward to, gain even more success than it already has.
And so as you're going throughout this year, do you have kind of a theme or a message, that y'all are all kind of embracing?
Yeah, so we just picked out a theme. Our theme is to be continued. Our story of excellence. And it's like we've talked about, Caldwell's already an amazing place, so just continuing to push it forward as we want to do. The best is yet to come is the end of our theme.
Well, I love that. The best is yet to come. That is so true. What, what would you like to focus on the campus when it comes to developing your teachers and supporting them? You said you have that servant leadership.
Yeah. So I'm really big on coaching, observation, and feedback. So I plan on being in those classrooms. Initially, I like to learn where every classroom is, all the teachers, develop the relationships, but just being that instructional leader and growing in that capacity and helping them grow in their instruction as well. So being in there, giving feedback, going back in, having those meetings, being in PLCs with our wonderful master teacher, Ms. Butler, and looking at data. And Caldwell's an A campus, but there's always room for improvement, so just continue to push that limit.
Well, what are you most excited about in joining the Caldwell community? Because it really is a community. Y'all do so much outreach with the city and so many collaborations. What excites you the most?
Well, I am excited about being with people who are similar to me. I am very artsy. I have a craft room at home. I was in drill team growing up, choir. So that is very intriguing to me, to just be around students who were, I was that student, and I didn't have the opportunity to have a Caldwell Arts Academy where I could attend. So just being there and looking at the instructional piece, but the performing arts piece is what will be new to me. And I am super excited about just being engrossed in that part of the community.
Well, the other thing that I love is that you were not only a Caldwell parent, but you even took some of the Caldwell ways and implemented them at Dixie when you were there. Tell us a little bit about that. It was, I mean, like kind of a preview, and you didn't even know it.
I know. So the house system that we developed at Dixie last year, Dr. Markle and I worked together the entire year. Actually, one of their students drew the dragons for each house. I mean, she sent me over proofs. She did amazing work. Like we were already looking into building Dixie's culture and solidifying that. And so I'm very excited. When we went to the house party, it was the wildest thing I've ever seen. Like it was smoke and lights and displays. Someone was dressed like a cat and a pickle.
Yes,
so,
they do have the cat and the pickle.
So being a part of that is just exciting for me. I loved the house system that we implemented, and the kids really felt a sense of belonging. They were a little competitive, had fun with it, got house points for it. So I'm like you said, I didn't even know it. So transitioning into kind of like the mothership that we looked at to build that system at Dixie, I'm amped for that.
And now you're on the mothership.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I love it. Well, is there anything else that you would like to share with those that are listening today? Anything you want to share about yourself or about your vision for Caldwell?
Yeah, it's just that Caldwell is a magical place. It's really hard to describe it. And I plan on coming in and just, like I said, on the other side of it, not as a parent, but as a staff member now, just being a part of that magic. And we don't want to take anything away. We just want to amplify all of the great things that are already happening there, and continuing to build that community up and just continue to think outside of the box and get even better.
I love it. Keep that innovation coming and all that creativity and that magic. Thank you, Kimberly Simmons, joining us, the new principal at Caldwell Arts Academy. And thank you for listening to this latest episode of Talks with Tyler ISD. If you would like to learn about all things Tyler ISD, you can always subscribe to our newsletter at get.tylerisd.news. Subscribe to Talks with Tyler ISD on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Please share this episode with your friends and family.